छोटे बालक सब करते हमसे प्यार सारी धरती अपनी तितली जैसे पंख लगा इधर उधर उड़ जाए जहाँ जहाँ से गुजरे हम।
First of all, it's important for society to realize that children's rights are human rights. There's nothing like an adult right and a child right. It's about human rights, and children are humans. Being poor in itself is a violation of human rights. Yeah. Every human being has a right to basic necessities: food, shelter, clothing, health services, really the basics. Every human being has a right to that. Now, when you grow up in poverty, some of those things don't come by. So poverty denies children a lot of their rights. There are a lot of children who don't go to school. And if you do your research and look at the background, you'll find the family cannot even afford to put a meal on the table.
Children's rights came out of a time when the situation of children's survival, development, protection, and participation was unacceptable. Around the world, there was an outcry that we were seeing all forms of abuse. We were seeing forms of children suffering needlessly. And there was a sense that if we do not uphold the basic rights for children, who will do that? Because they don't have a voice themselves. In the essence of it all, it's a very important policy tool because it's universal and because it brings a message of equity. If we look around the world right now and we look at economists, their analysis, what we are seeing is there's growing inequity and growing disparity in the world, not just between countries, but also within countries. We see there's a growing divide between those who have and those who have not. And what rights does is it allows us to champion what we know is good for all children, inalienable for all children through this policy tool. But what children's rights needs is it needs to be translated, because the rights document can be considered an aspirational document. It can be considered a document of principle. It needs to be translated and operationalized into country laws, into country policies.
The moment you put the child and the child's fundamental needs at the heart of a society, you're on the right path. So we need to take seriously the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, by which children have a number of rights, including that children have the right to know that they have rights. Every country that's ratified it needs to live up to its obligations. There are so many ways we can pull together and do right by the child and right by society.